Takže dosázeli. Asi jdu na špatnou stranu. Nemůžou mě nechat prostě jet v klidu v potučku. Ne. Mohl bych na stranu pušku, Tady je nějaký quest?
I'll be with you.
I see there's not much going on around here. So you've stayed here on your own?
Right so, all by myself. All the others were either killed by the humans or fled to Rattay.
I'm sorry to hear that. And what's keeping you here, alone?
My older brother ran away with the wandering players. So when our father was on his deathbed, he made me swear I'd never leave our home.
I can see you took your vow seriously.
I did. And it's starting to get dangerous around here. Again.
The humans.
If it were humans, I'd grab an axe and that would be that. But a week back, some rabble made their way through here. They begged me for food, and mark my words, they weren't taking no for an answer. If they'd been just a tad hungrier, I swear they would have stormed the cottage.
There are gangs like that around, true enough. I saw the mess they left behind. Savages.
It was horrible. People tried to find shelter in the church, but them dogs was waiting. They knew too well that's where folk would try to hide.
And where did you hide?
By the grace of God, I got my family away into the woods.
Well, I don't see your family with you. I hope those bastards didn't sniff them out.
No, it takes better man than them to track me down. I sent my wife to Rattay with some others.
Do you think folk will ever go back to their homes?
I don't know about Skallets, but the folk here are sure to want to come back. The only thing they're missing is spiritual support.
Do you mean the priest?
Indeed. When the land's at war, Noblemen fight to protect their property, but simple folk want someone to tend their souls.
Of course. But it was the Skalitz parish priest who ministered here, wasn't it?
He did, but there's been no sign of him since the attack. Or at least he's definitely not in Rattay among the refugees.
That's true enough. I didn't see him there.
But if you're interested, young fella, maybe you could help us find the priest we need here.
Isn't it up to the bishops to appoint a priest?
Oh, you're probably right, but you don't seem interested in doing it. Why waste time finding a priest for a village with just one old fool in it?
Yeah, you're probably right. I can always ask. But I've heard where the Skalitz priest went.
That's great news. Although I had my eye on another priest.
You might as well tell me who he is. What I heard about the Skalitz priest might just be rumors.
True. Well then, a few years ago there used to be another priest in Skalitz. Simon, I think his name was.
Simon? Father Simon, I remember him. That's the one who went missing, right?
Aye. I don't want to spread rumours, but they say he was in love with his housekeeper. And then she died somehow, poor thing.
That's not a story I've come across.
It only reaches folk who care for such tales. Well, to finish the story, Simon left the parish and ran away. You know that already. There was neither sight nor sound of him for a long time. Until this spring, he showed up here.
And what's he doing here?
That's just it. People say he's become a hermit.
All right. And where can I find him?
I couldn't tell you exactly, but you could start by talking to that girl's parents. Well, they live on a farm nearby, and it's likely they know more. They may even have had words with him.
I'll go and see what they have to say for themselves.
God go with you, lad, and I pray you find him. If some heathen stabs me in my sleep, I'd rather have a decent burial.
Don't worry. I'll bring someone.
May the Lord watch over you.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Co to? Šedivka číslo 2. Jestli to je nějaká past.
Yeah.
No to nejde, jak to? Co pak jsem tady prohodil? Protože tady není.
You must be here somewhere. Surrender! You're under arrest for break.
No, takhle to máme za sebou.
You were seen in the act of lockpicking. You should have thought twice about what you're doing.
A je.
Who's there?
Are you pulling my pizzle?
But
Jo. Neser mě nebo dostaneš do trošky.
Good health to you, Henry.
How are you?
I've taken care of...
Have you brought me...
Here it is.
I'm delighted to hear it. Some farmers from Uzhitz came to the castle with a complaint. There's another encampment to the east of the village.
I understand. I have some trophies.
Show me. So many. My lad, you're like the smiting right hand of God.
I'd like to I want to achieve...
All right.
Ty vole. Ale už můžu se to naučit, ne? 2,5.
Isn't that quite...
Ne, 16. 2,5. Ty vole, to tě nevím.
Sorry, but I'm not going to... Take care.
No, mohl bych se podívat, co je tady, ale...
What was that?
Jesus, stop that! What in God's name are you doing?
Don't move a finger. Surrender.
Voskovi se asi nevykecám, ty vole.
You were seen. This definitely...
Pič.
No, you're making...
Welcome, Henry.
You don't pay.
No to ti se ruká.
Hey, you! Don't move a muscle.
Is that all you've got?
What?
Tak si mě chyť.
I'll slaughter you.
Henry. k mlýnu a pak přes brod. A vidí to znám, ne?
Yeah.
Kurva, měl jsem to aspoň se jim vysrat a vybrat to rychle ještě. A třeba ještě...
Dog! Come here, quick! Alarm! Damn it! Alarm!
Neřvi.
Don't let him get away! Help! Here! My God!
Zkusím to, už tak zdravím. Bych se mohl ještě podívat té truhličky. Tady jsem, strážníku.
Don't move a
Jsem já?
finger! Surrender! You've... So it's... This never...
Are you...
What's your game?
Stejně to hezky.
Don't move a finger! Surrender! You're under arrest for breaking the law. Yeah!
Zase někdy zastavím, až budem prachy.
Yeah! Yeah!
Ale hledám se. Podívám se, jaká situace. Přijím si ovičku asi. Kvůli tím můžu asi někoho vystrašit. Očišník, regulár. Musím se dobře ozbrojený, ale. No, až se to uložím. Budu riskovat, když jsem na takovou dálku. Nejdřív si promluvím s Fádrem. Jeden moment. Já jsem věděl, že ten kněz bude v kostele se schovávat. Tady se můžu zašít boty.
What are you loitering here for? Get lost!
Father, I'd like to speak with you one more time about your return.
I already told you, I'm not going anywhere.
Do tell me, Father, why don't you like the Rat Eye Priest exactly?
Have you never met him? Now, there's a man without any fellow feeling or morals. When he sits in judgment, he's needlessly cruel. Yet when he's censored, he whines and complains. He thinks only of himself and his own desires.
You're right. He really is like that. But how can you criticize him when you're turning your back on your calling out of fear?
That's not the same thing at all.
Isn't it? Maybe not to you or him, but the people won't see it that way. You've both failed your flocks.
You can't possibly mean that. I'm nothing like that, ignoramus.
It comes down to the same thing in the end. Having a scoundrel for a priest, or having nobody at all. You have a calling, so follow it.
I don't know who you think you are to sit in judgment on me, but I've no desire to get killed. When Sir Ratzig returns to Skalitz, that's when I shall too, and not a day before.
As you wish. What if they increased your income? Would that convince you?
My boy, my boy.
I know. That's why I've arranged a small collect.
So that's what you're about. And how much have you put together?
What do you say to this?
Well, a little more and we'll call it a deal. Well and good then. Well and good. That's most satisfactory. And where will I live? My house in Skalitz must surely be in ruins.
You can live right there at St. James. I'm sure the locals will be grateful enough to give you a roof over your head.
Well, it's true they've treated me kindly, and I do owe them. Very well. I will go.
Thank you. The people from St. James will never forget this.
Jesus. Yeah.
I hope.
Can we do something?
Mm-hmm.
Since it...
More. All right, so. Třeba udělá nějaká kačka. Tak se tady aspoň odlávnu. Již to nic nekápe.
Yeah.
Mám co prodat? Štít. Co jo?
Yeah.
You? Sure.
Chci s tobou obchodovat, kamaráde. Jo, nemá nic, jo. To si teda pěkně posral, kamaráde.
What ails you? Try them.
If your pot is burnt down, our sausages will still taste good. If your husband is murdered, our sausages will be good. Time to get them.
Clear off, I don't want to...
Co mě naštvaný tady asi. Co se dá dělat? Pojď se hezky otočím, když se podívám na to mapu. Ještě bych se mohl umýt.
Watch what you're doing! There's people walking here!
Is... Good afternoon. But of course.
Fine. Here it is.
I'm sure you'll be extremely satisfied. Sure.
Můžu zkusit ty bandity.
done to deserve this?
Dělal jsem něco špatně.
What was that?
Něco, že se tady nemůžu spinkat.
Who's there? Answer me.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Tady asi.
Who's there? What are you doing here? Tired of life, are you?
Co to nevšimli?
There's someone there. Hey, who's there? Who's there? You're in the wrong place at the wrong time. Yiri. No, now.
You're done for, fucker.
Pěkný. S tou sekyrkou. No, díku, co? Takhle to je taky. Ještě někdo spinka. je postaráno. Hospodský. Tak teď mě opálil. Vážně jsem to musel piknout, abych se mohl mluvit.
Have you got a...
All right. For how long?
Are there any...
Nothing, I've... Bye.
věděl, který nebude.
Christ. I'd have to get my own ale.
What's the old one? Hey, ale here.
Mám takový pocit, že se nejspíš přijde až večer. Třeba přijde na oběd. Aha. Jo, tady jsem, už jdu.
You thought you could hide from me?
If I were hiding, you would not be talking to me now. No doubt you have many questions.
I certainly do.
We will talk. Not here, however. The wolves have ears. Let's meet at the pond after sunset. You'll find me waiting by the big willow tree.
No. You'll say what you have to say right here.
By allen Heiling, you are a brave one. But if you want to know anything, come to the pond after sunset.
God, here again.
Ty mesku. Což... Ty vole, hospodo.
Can I...
For how long?
Hey.
You'll... Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Takže ty chceš duel, kamaráde. Dobře.
So here I am. What do you have to tell me?
I brought you here because I did not want to cause an alarm at the tavern. I'm very sorry, but you made a mistake coming here alone. And it will be your last.
Wait.
You wish to make your peace with God? Very well. But be quick.
I just want to know why you ambushed that wagon.
You make no sense. Did your accomplices not tell you when they sent you after me?
Accomplices? What are you talking about? I'm here on behalf of Sir Radzig Kobyla.
Radzig Kobyla, you say? A nice attempt. Most men have such stories about wives and children. Your heart would break. Or else they try to buy me off with stolen coin.
Tak pojď.
I hope.
Oh.
Oh.
You.
Uns.
Co pak je, Ulrichu?
Well.
Who is that, Taffy? It seems I have finally met my match.
Your match? I think you meant to say your superior.
Do not be so proud. My day has been hard.
That doesn't change anything. Now I'll be asking you a couple of questions, and you're going to give me answers to them nicely. Starting with who you are.
You may call me Ulrich. I will tell you nothing more until you give me some assurances.
Assurances? How about this? If you talk, I'll spare you.
Do you expect me to believe that? I know full well how these stories end. I have been at the other end of the sword more times than you can count.
I give you my word.
The word of a thief? Jesus. It is true what the preachers say. This world has gone quite mad. You had better kill me. I'm finished, anyway. Just as you are.
Why do you think I'm finished?
He who lives by the sword dies by the sword. Once you take a weapon in your hand, your days are numbered. It is the same for every one of us.
Not everyone.
Every last one. Knight, mercenary, or footpad. There are men who die peacefully in bed, their wives and children at their sides. But not you, or I. You will end your life in a ditch, with your belly ripped.
Unlike you, I'm not a criminal.
You believe that the forging of money is an honest trade?
I've got nothing to do with that. I'm not a forger, I'm the one investigating them.
What? What are you saying?
I'm in the service of Sir Radzig Kobyla, Governor of Skalitz and Royal Hetman.
Then we have something in common. I also am here under orders from above.
From who?
Perhaps you might sheath that weapon, so that we may talk eye to eye. If we do indeed have a common cause.
Stand up.
It is true our meeting has not begun well. But if it is the truth that you are sent by Kobyla, then we can assist each other.
What do you mean?
I found out many things, but there are still questions I cannot answer. And the last man who knew anything is now dead.
So you want something from me?
How is it you say, you scratch my back, and I will scratch yours? You will introduce me to a certain person, and I will tell you everything I've learned.
Who do you mean?
Master Tobias Ps4. If you truly serve Sir Radzik, then you must know him.
I think I know who you mean. What do you want him for?
I have here a written confession which tells how those forgeries are made, but I do not understand such technical matters. Master Ps4, however...
We'll definitely be able to make sense of it. And you'll give it to me, just like that?
It seems I have little choice. This is the last lead I have. In the meantime, I will return to Sasau and see what I might learn there.
Shouldn't you go with me to see Ps4?
No. I must remain in Sasau. I have some, loose ends that must be tied.
What's your name, anyway?
I told you. I am Ulrich.
Just Ulrich?
It is enough.
Because you look like a knight. They seldom have just one name.
It is true. I have a horse, armor, a sword, and a shield. But there are many ways to acquire such things these days. As I am sure you know.
So you're not a knight?
I am a trustworthy soldier in the service of a nobleman. That is all you need to know.
I'd like to know more, but I have a feeling you won't tell me.
Your feeling is correct.
Who are you working for?
I understand why you wish to know, but this does not mean I am at liberty to tell you.
That sounds a bit fishy.
It is simply that my master does not wish to be revealed. And if we are to help one another, that is how it must remain.
Tell me what you know about the false coins.
Do you know Passau?
No, what is it?
A city in Bavaria. Passau is a city of trade. All the currencies in Christendom change hands there.
I see. And that would include Prague groschen?
Some months ago, counterfeit groschen were discovered to be circulating there. They are made from copper plated with silver. The Passau alderman began to investigate and learned that a family of money changers was involved. They were bringing the forged coins in from Bohemia and sending back real ones. My liege lord is allied to the Passau alderman, so they requested that he deal with the matter.
And so he sent you?
Yes. He needed a man that he could trust absolutely.
And what about that wagon? What happened there exactly?
I followed Menhard from Passau. I had reason to suspect a connection with Sasau.
So they were transporting false groschen on that wagon?
Yes. On their way here, they brought real coin. Groschen, forints, francs and the like. But now, the sacks were full of counterfeits.
What do you mean about the connection with Sasau?
The matter was investigated in Passau, and the executioner extracted information from those who were arrested. They told him that the coins were made in a monastery.
What, in the monastery itself?
I cannot say. I know only what the Passau scribe wrote down in his reports of the interrogations.
Why did you let them get here before attacking?
I wanted to discover where they hand over their coins, which I failed to do. Besides, Meinhard had an armed escort, and they kept two busy roads and lodged at inns throughout their journey, until he came to this god-forsaken track. I cannot guess why he came here, but it was the perfect opportunity to strike.
What happened on that track?
I ambushed them. I took down two, but that bastard Manhard cut the horses loose and rode away.
What next?
While I was chasing Manhard, those charcoal burners came and stole what they could. Before I could catch him, his horse threw him and he broke his neck.
So we won't get anything out of him?
Unfortunately not.
What happened to Manhart?
He is dead, of course.
I know, but what did you do with his body?
I buried it. He was a bastard. But I am not one to leave Christian remains rotting in the woods.
I see. And where's his grave?
He ran from the wagon uphill along the path to the north. Along the way there is an old ruined cabin. I buried him behind it. And don't think I don't know why you ask. Robbing graves is shameful.
That's not it at all.
If you say so.
Very well. I'll go and see Master Ps4.
Godspeed. I will wait in Sasau at the Wagoner's Inn.
Cestu znám.
Yeah.
Want to earn a...
Tak pojď ručka.
Enjoy this. Do per terra. Mess. Jesus Christ. What's going on? You're in the wrong place, the wrong time.
Mám dobránka. No tak. No, už zdechni. Tak teď je broučko.
Yeah.
Well, well. Who's this company? Show what you're made of.
Tak pojď.
Christ! Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Good.
I'd like...
And... That...
Oh. 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 Oh.
Jesus Christ, people. Take care.
Yeah.
I'm...
God be with you.
Já se trumaju. Ty krásu. Okay, nemáme to aspoň.
Let's talk... That... See now.
Have a look at these cucumbers. They'll stay firm all winter. Buy them before someone else does.
Good health to
So, are you happy with your new cook, Merchant Hagen?
Happy? It's a fucking nightmare.
Well, what's the matter? I chose her according to my best knowledge and conscience.
She certainly knows how to cook. Her food is excellent. But her stories...
Stories?
More like sermons, actually. All about the evils of Mammon, how Jesus threw the merchants out of the temple and whatnot. And it's all Father Francis this, Father Francis that. No doubt, Father Francis was a saint with infinite patience.
Well, the main thing is she knows how to cook, isn't it?
True. Her trout, braised in wine with spices. Honestly fit for a king, I must admit. And she can manage all the housework. Perhaps in time she'll lose interest in preaching. I hope.
So, it seems things worked out well enough, didn't they?
Well, I asked for a cook and you sent me one, but...
Exactly. I did what you asked. So, about my reward.
Do you really think you deserve one?
Of course I do.
All right then. Here you are. Good luck to you.
Děláš si ze mě prdel. Děláš si ze mě prdel. Ty mě chceš fakt nasrat, viď? Asi tě přijdu navštívit někdy v noci, kamaráde.
God be with you.
Let's talk. Is this it?
You. See.
Get it before it
Pour
goes
yourself a bit of fresh milk to drink.
God save you. God be with you.
God be with you. Good luck to you.
God be with you. Let's have a word about the... Are we... All... Dig here. Can we do something? Well, we can. What about this? You. All right.
It's fresh from...
Na hospodu se zajdu zeptat do hospody.
What else you?
Do you know?
God be with you.
God. Take care.
A jo, to je uprchlík.
Yeah.
I hope.
Here's your groschen.
I followed you for a while and I didn't... I'll give you some of the groschen back, like I promised. And I've got another job for you.
What's this other job, then?
Everywhere you go here, you'll see wretches like me. Poor souls that don't have a pot to piss in and have to beg. Then take a look and rat-eye at all the gentlefolk with their noses in the air, looking out only for themselves, with not a moment's thought for the poor. Well, from one fine lady, you could get alms to feed the whole lot of us here.
Alms for everyone? That would be quite a purse. But I'll see what I can do.
That's the spirit. In return, I'll teach you something useful, and you'll get a share too, of course.
Here's the coin you...
Good. Interested in another job?
You meant... you... I'll be right back.
Good luck to you.
Jak se jmenoval? Dom.
The hell was that?
God be with you.
May I be of service, my lord?
Yes, Henry. Chief Engineer Ps4 has been asking for someone reliable to assist him.
The chief engineer? Is it about Skalitz?
In a manner of speaking. Master Ps4 has, well, evil forebodings. I think he may want to send you to the Skalitz mines.
Can they really be restored?
Everything can be rebuilt with enough will and resources. Well, everything except a man. You'll get the details from Chief Engineer Ps4. For the time being, consider yourself his handyman.
Certainly. Where do I find him? Is he here in the castle?
Where? Now that's a good question. He ought to be somewhere at Perkstein unless he's gone off to deal with some problem or other. Look around. You're bound to run into him.
Well, thank you. I'll go and see him straight away.
Good luck, Hal. Take care now.
Oh dear. God bless you. What troubles you?
Do you know where I can find the young innkeeper?
Adam? He's either tottering around the tavern or hanging around the horses. You know him.
Yes. Thank you. Master Ps4, Sir Radzig sent me to you.
Did he? He must think highly of you.
I do the best I can.
That's good, because this is damned important. Silver's our most valuable asset.
How can I help with these, evil forebodings of yours?
Sir Radzig may make light of it, but a large quantity of silver has been discovered hereabouts, and no one is guarding the Skalitz mines, the most likely source.
You really think someone could be stealing the silver from the mines? I would have thought that would be quite a job, wouldn't it?
It certainly would. Which is why I'd like you to go and check out not only the mine gallery, but also the yard with the smelter and the waterworks. See what kind of state it's all in, and if anything looks suspicious.
Is that the yard next to the Skalitz mill?
That's the one. I don't know what state it's in now. There used to be a stock of charcoal and smelted silver there.
A silver store? Could there really be any left?
I doubt it. I'd be surprised if it was still standing at all.
What about these waterworks? What's there?
A stamping mill and washing troughs. They're on the bend in the river below the castle. You can't miss them. There are big tanks and equipment all around.
You said mine gallery. Just one?
Boy, there's such a maze there that it would take a week to crawl through the place. There's only one gallery I'm interested in, at the foot of the hill by a small...
That one?
Because I was expecting to find a scene there. All the indications pointed to it. So if anyone is stealing silver, it'll be right there.
Oh, I'd say there's real grounds for your forebodings. I heard from one Skalitz miner that someone may have found something there and didn't report it.
I knew it. That bastard Namoy and his cronies. Christ above. I want the lot of them clapped in irons.
The lot of them? How many are there? A dozen? 2 dozen? How am I to arrest them all?
Yes. You're quite right. It'll be enough to take Nemoy. He's a serpent leading the others on the path of evil.
So I should look in the mine, and if anyone's there and I find Nemoy, I should bring him to you in irons.
Exactly. But proceed with caution. The punishment for stealing the king's silver is burning at the stake. Those people will be capable of anything if cornered, even murder.
Should I be expecting trouble then?
Well, I definitely wouldn't treat the job like a visit to church on Sunday. You could find yourself facing a pack of hungry dogs trailing the army, or a band of brigands.
I see. Well, you and Sir Radzig can rely on me. That's all clear. I'll get going.
May the Lord watch over you.
Master Ps4, I need to speak with you. I found out something about the counterfeit coin.
Did you really? Do tell.
Close to Rovna, I came across a wagon that was transporting the false coins. Unfortunately, I came too late. The carter and his men were dead.
Damn and blast. Do you know who did it?
Yes. A certain knight turned up there. Turned out he was also after the forgers.
Well, that is indeed unexpected. Tell me, what did he say?
He gave me these documents to show you. He seemed to think they prove he was telling the truth. They're the records of the interrogations in Passau, and some other things he said you'd understand better than him.
Let me see. We, the aldermen of the city of Passau... Interrogation held this day. Put to pen by the questor. The place of origin is a monastery in the land of Bohemia. Which certainly confirms my suspicion that something underhand is going on in Sasso. Coin assay report. Copper core coated with amalgam. Ah, well this is interesting. Here's an outline description of how the forgeries are made. I'll have to study it more closely. We command Herr Ulrich to investigate and let no man stand in his way. This looks like the original safe conduct. It has the seal of the Passau alderman, but they certainly didn't pen this.
How do you know?
I recognize the hand. It's a Clement of Caplitz, the high scribe of the Rosenbergs.
The Rosenbergs? Who's that?
A rich and powerful family in South Bohemia. Burgrave Henry III is a great rival of our King Wenceslas.
So what does all this mean?
Well, it certainly explains why your knight is so mysterious. Anyway, we should be careful. And we shall begin our investigation. The documents show they use silver amalgam for coating copper fakes. That's a lead we can follow.
What?
Silver amalgam. It's produced from quicksilver and silver.
Well, that doesn't sound like something just anyone can get hold of.
You're quite right. You will go to Sasso at once. Look around the forges in the city. Someone must be working copper for them. I, meanwhile, will take counsel with Sir Radzik and then follow after you.
Where shall we meet?
At the inn on Sasso Market Square.
Did you find out what actually happened?
Folks say it was on account of our silver and how Sir Radzik sides with the king.
How does life in Rattay suit you?
I suppose it was kind of them to take us in, but then they just left us to fend for ourselves. Nobody gives a damn about us.
Farewell.
Yeah. Yeah.
My respects to you.
You went to Skalitz on your own, didn't you? That took guts.
No, not really. It took me a while before I could work up the courage.
That was sensible of you. I went back straight away, and I almost got killed.
I know. I heard. That's part of the reason I was so nervous.
And how did it go? Did you do everything you wanted?
There wasn't anything to do. Someone already did it before me. I wasn't even able to catch that thieving bastard.
What thief?
Some shady-looking character. Whole face smeared with soot. He shot out of the basement as soon as I went by and ran away with his loot. I got such a scare. I didn't think about running after him, and he stole absolutely everything, even our new kettle.
What was it he took from your place?
I don't know. My father told me never to talk about it.
What harm is there in telling me now? I can't steal it. Someone got there before me.
That's true. My father hid some money and valuables there. There was a jeweled cross he wanted to give Bianca as a dowry.
What did he look like?
I didn't get a good look at him. He was covered in soot, and his sack of loot was so full, he had the kettle tied to it on the outside. It was gleaming.
A sooty man, a big sack and a new kettle. Of course he could clean himself up and throw away the sack. Maybe it was a devil. Or a charcoal burner.
You know, it really could have been a charcoal burner. That sack definitely looked like a charcoal burner's sack, and there are a lot of those around Rovna, so he wouldn't have far to go.
What did the cross look like?
Why do you ask?
Well, if I saw it somewhere and...
What? You want to look for it?
Well, like I said, if I see it or hear something about it, we'll see.
That would be so kind. I've nothing left. If I had that cross, at least I'd have something to remember them all by. The cross itself was silver, and it had a small red ruby in the middle, like a heart, and it was hanging on a red string.
And did you tell the catchpoles about it?
I did. Alex asked me what happened and then sent me straight to them.
And what happened?
They said they were sorry, but they don't have anyone who could search all the houses looking for a kettle. So they told me if I don't know who it was, then there's nothing they can do.
May the Lord watch over you.
Well, well, Henry. You've got a look on your face like the cat that got the cream. I've only seen that look when... You wouldn't be cheating on me now, would you?
I'd never cheat on you. I was at the baths, but just to get cleaned up. My word of honor.
All right. But I'd rather you washed at the tub here, and not there with those... loose women.
Wouldn't you like to take...
I'd love to.
Takže tady můžu prát, jo.
Henry, do you think sometimes about how it was in Skalitz?
How do you mean?
Back then, before... everything. When I was taking care of the hens at the mill, taking Sammy his lunch at the mines.
It seems like a lifetime ago, doesn't it?
In the summer, I always took my shoes off and walked barefoot the whole way. And when it was really hot, I'd stop at the stream and stick my feet in the water for a while.
I had to make do with the tub in the yard when I was helping Pa in the forge. You know how hot it gets there in the summer? I always sneaked off if I could, even though I knew Pa would tan my hide when he came home.
I remember that. He was always looking for you all over the village, but you'd be hiding somewhere with Fritz and Matthew. Me and the other girls used to follow you secretly, but we never told your Pa where you were. And when he gave up looking for you, the three of you would go off to the woods to beat each other with sticks.
Yeah, we were playing at being knights. Jesus, I used to get black and blue from it. I can still feel some of the blows that big ox Fritz landed on me.
No more playing at nights. Now you're practically a real one.
Indeed, as you say, young damsel, I am the very soul of knighthood.
Ah, the noble Sir Henry of Balderdash, the very picture of manhood. Pray, what is your coat of arms, Sir Knight? A beer tankard? A pair of crossed chicken legs?
Such wicked words, you shameless wench. Being a knight is not about symbols, but about deeds. But my coat of arms should be a bolt of lightning above a stable.
I thought a knight was supposed to prove his manhood a bit differently than you with your lightning in the stable. And besides, it is unfitting to talk of such matters, lest there be complaints at the court that Sir Knight is wasting his strength on dallying with village girls.
Forgive me, fair maid. Love for you has clouded my reason.
Henry, you really are a donkey. I must go, Henry.
Don't you
Take
want
care.
a little wager on the ratte tourney?